Hi everybody, it's Laura and I'm back with my Tip Thursdays. It is so great to be back with all of you, and I feel like I owe you 2 tips because I missed because of Hurricane Irma. So I have 2 things I want to share with you today. First, I want to start off with the best eyeliner brush I've ever used in my life, and this will cost you just a little over $2. Not long ago, I saw a professional makeup artist use a flat shader brush for doing eyeliner. And the way that the artist did it was to sort of take the brush here and go right into the lash line and even bring it up a little bit to make it look smoky. And I thought that was amazing because most of the eye brushes that companies make are rounded, but they're not a flat shader like this. Well, when I started looking for one, most of them, if you can find any, which is rare to even find one, are $25 and up. So I went to one of my favorite stores, which is Michael's. I love the craft store. I'm not a great artist myself, but I do so much art with my class because I feel that is so important for them to have art in their life and be able to express themselves creatively, like we're doing right here, right now. And so I went and found this art brush. It's by Royal and Langnickel. It cost me a little over $2, and it is the most amazing makeup brush I've ever used. Not only can I do it for the eyeshadow, which the way I do that is just 3 steps. I just push into the lash line, 1, 2, 3, and I get a beautiful line. And this fits right under your lashes, so close to your lash line that it gives you such a gorgeous line. But what I started doing was experimenting with this brush, and I found a million other ways that I love to use it. I did nice contouring along my nose, better than I'd ever been able to do with this brush. Also, what I did was I used concealer and put in the inner and outer portion of my eye. I was able to get in there so well too. So not only did I fall in love with this brush, I went back and bought a second because I wanted one for concealer and one for eyeliner when I'm doing my makeup in the morning. But I also picked up some other sizes that I know are going to look and work great. This one's an 8 shader brush, and this is a 2, which is super tiny. And I thought, wow, that would be great for doing a little wing, which I just do a little tiny flick at the edge of my eye. So in a minute, I'm going to show you how I do all of this. Now, the second tip I wanted to share with you, all of you know before the storm I was talking about Parlo Cosmetics, and I ordered all this makeup off of Etsy. I didn't know the owner, Chrissy, but what happened is so many of you went on and ordered powder from her. She wanted to thank me for sending people to her site. So she spent a couple of weeks hunting me down, and she finally found my original order from over a year ago and what I did recently and contacted me. And she said, since you love my makeup so much, I'd like you to be an affiliate. And what that means is she will give me a discount when I order products. I'm still paying for them, but I'm getting a little discount for that, which was very generous, and a small amount back if any of you order. Now, whatever money I accumulate from that, which won't be a lot, I'm sure, but the amount I do accumulate, I want to give back to you, and I want to do some giveaways with her products because I'm so committed that they're the most wonderful makeup I've ever used, her makeup. So what I figured out is I took her, she has a mineral concealer. Now, she has a cream concealer, but this is in powder form. And because it's so thin, yet the pigment is so strong, I barely need anything. And what a beautiful look I got with opening my eyes around the darkness there and highlighting. Now, what I also did is my tip, I mixed a little moisturizer with it instead of water. You can use water with these products, but then I tried moisturizer and I liked it even better. Now, she does have a moisturizer. It's called Fruit Infusion. So today when I demo this, I'm going to use a little of this mixed with her concealer. Now you can do it with her foundations too, and one that I love she has, her lightest color is called Pearl. I've been using that on the inner and outer corner of my eyes. It has a tiny, tiny bit of shimmer to it, and it looks gorgeous. So let's get started with the demo. So let's start with the eyeliner. Originally, when I placed my order over a year ago, Chrissy sent me a free sample of her eyeshadow, and this is called Chalk It Up, and it's a very deep, dark, grayish black, and it's beautiful for a liner. So I'm just going to take the brush and go right into the lash line, right along the line in 3 steps. I start on the outside, the middle, then I go right into the corner here and just sort of smudge it in for a line. Now I'm going to take a little of that so you could see me do the bottom lashes. I don't always do my bottom lashes, especially for school. I'll just line the top of my eye, but I just go right in, lay it here, and sort of wiggle a little bit. And then step 2, I do 1 more, and then 3. And then I sort of, like, I've made a little bit of a mess there, so I just clean it up. I take a Q-tip and clean it underneath, but this will really stay. You can wet this too if you prefer that type of a look. If you want a smokier, more powdery look, then I recommend just using it as is. I want to show you too that even with this big of a brush, you can do a little bit of a wing. I take the brush here and just sort of just flick it, just a little flick, and that gives you that lifted look. Let's try this side. And just go a little flick like that, and it just gives your eye a little lifted look. I'm not doing some huge wing. I don't really like that on my eyes, but just a little bit to give a little lift to the eye. Now, I want to show you too with that little brush. Let's try that. I have not tried it. I'm going to put a little of her powder, and I just tap it on the lid. That's where I leave the powder. And I'm going to go right in here and just flick. Do a couple little flicks. That gave a real nice lift. I like that actually. Let's do this side and lift, lift. I think this brush is wonderful. This is the shader 2. And these handles are so nice. They have like a little rubbery grip here. So it's just really pretty. I like them. They're actually pretty brushes. Now let's go ahead and do the concealer. I'm going to put the Pearl on, which is our lightest foundation, because that's the one I really like for the inner corner. And I'm going to go ahead and try out my new brush, the shader 2. I didn't take the sticker off yet because I wanted to get a close-up later of the brush. But this is her Pearl powder. I'm going to mix it with her moisturizer instead of water, and that will give me a little more moisture around my eyes. And I'm just putting it on the brush. I'm mixing it in the lid. I've got all my product here. This will go so far. I have enough here to do both eyes. And I'm just going to tap. You can already see where I'm putting the product. I'm going to get it here on the outer inner corner of both my eyes, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my finger and tap it. That's what I've been doing, sort of using the brush for the placement, and then just taking my finger and tapping it and blending it in. The nice thing I like about this is you're getting so much coverage and pigmentation with virtually nothing on your skin. It is so thin where when you have a cream, you're building layers upon your skin. This just melts into my skin. And look at how much brightness that I'm getting around the eye. Now I can bring a little bit of it. I'm still very dark here, so I'm going to get in this little pocket here and then just tap it like that. And you can see how bright my eye has gotten. Now I know many of you like to do the V here. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my other clean shader brush and put a little bit lower and tap it so you can see how bright it could be. I'm going to use her foundation. Actually, I'll use the concealer this time. And this, I believe, is Bare Ivory, the concealer. I'll write everything in the description. And I'm going to take a little bit of moisturizer, and then I'm going to just sort of paint my face a little bit. This is turning into a craft project. And just pat it out. And you can see how much light it's brought to my face with virtually no product. Now the nice thing about Parlo Cosmetics too is all these I've ordered are samples that cost a little over $2. So you can take the time to find the shades that are going to work perfectly for you and your skin. I think since I've been using her makeup, my skin is healthier overall. I think I'm not plugging it up as much as I was with other makeup products. And look at how much brighter I am with virtually no product. I'll leave all of the information in the description below. Chrissy not only has her Etsy site, but she has a regular website, and I think that's even easier to navigate. Once I found her website, I was like, wow, it's easier to find the products I wanted than on the Etsy site. So I really would recommend going to parlocosmetics.com to look at her products. And I hope you've enjoyed this tip. If you'd like to see me contour with the brushes, just let me know in the comments and give me a thumbs up, and that way I'll know you would like to see what I do with the contouring. I don't contour often, for school I don't, but occasionally I have something I'm going to special that I contour for. So if you'd like to see that, let me know. I hope you've enjoyed these 2 tips and that you'll have a fantastic week.